So you got clout, so you got clout. I'm on now, I'm on now. Hey, so you got clout, so you got clout. I'm on now, say I'm on now. Hey, gotta celebrate life, and that's alright. Know what I do? Yeah, I can't been working so hard, disappointing the couples out of these moves. Let me hit snooze, time for me to get up, get bust. I ain't got time to be stuck. You been the skipper, but there's so many tickets up. It's been an honor, the blessing, I don't believe in luck.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. This is So You Got Clout, the podcast, and I'm your host, Southside Ty, and I am more than excited about my special guest today because I've been trying to get this jumping for a while now.
Sorry for the delay.
No, it's good, it's good. Hey, all good things take time, and first of all, look at where we at. Like, look at these chairs I'm sitting in. This is the most comfortable I've ever been. I gotta flex a little bit while I'm here. This is amazing. This is beautiful. You got a beautiful place, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
This is beautiful. I've known this guy for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
And this interview wasn't hard to really prepare for because I have a lot of questions I wanted to ask him anyway.
Okay.
But he's a very busy guy, very mysterious guy. We're gonna try to unravel that a little bit today. If you don't know this man's name or face, you definitely know somebody who does. Okay, I've seen this man on the red carpet in parties with everybody, from reality TV stars to Oprah Winfrey herself, and they know him too. It's not something. It's not what you think. They know him. My guy's known in the industry. He's been doing this for a minute. We're gonna talk all about him. This is his moment right now. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest today is the Joel Bazile.
How's it going?
It's good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
You found me, so you good.
We finna do this. We're gonna make it look good today, man. First of all, Joel, I read on your website.
Yes.
You the only dude I know with a website.
Oh.
JoelBazile.com.
Yes.
For anybody wondering. Got hyperlinks and everything. It's legit. I read that you're Venezuelan.
Yes.
And you're Haitian native.
So
can you break that down?
Yeah. So I'm originally from Venezuela, but my parents are from Haiti. So for a better life, they migrated over to the next country, which is Venezuela, and they got married in Venezuela and have all of their children in Venezuela. I left Venezuela at the age of 4, moved to Canada for 2 years, and then I moved to New Jersey. So I consider Jersey my hometown because that's where I was raised and that's what I know. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Have you been back to like Venezuela?
Current as of right now, no, because it's not. It's bad over there as of right now, so I haven't been back.
You haven't been back since you left? Since
No,
okay.
Since I left.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Canada?
Canada, no. Canada was only there to help us transition into the States.
Okay.
So Canada, I was only there for 2 years. I moved there when I was 4, left when I was 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do your parents do for y'all to like be able to travel like that?
Oh no, we weren't traveling. It's just that they left the third world country to move to the States for a better life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many siblings do you have?
I have a twin, a little brother, and an older sister.
Okay.
And I also have a sister back home in Venezuela.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Is she's the oldest at all, yeah?
She's around the same age as my sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you describe growing up in New Jersey? What part of New Jersey are you from?
Irvington, New Jersey.
Irvington, New Jersey.
Ghost town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I can't forget that. Yep.
Okay.
That's my hometown.
How would you describe your upbringing?
My upbringing, we came from nothing to something. So I've watched my parents work hard. That's why I don't take life for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. No, everything that was given to me was earned.
I see, yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely got the silver spoon now.
Yeah.
My man's name. Did you get his brand on the wall, baby? Look at that. That man is legit. Come on. I told you we gonna flex while we here. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I like this. This is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So your parents, what do they do?
Well, as of right now, my mom, both of them are back in Douglasville, and they're retired.
Douglasville, Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's cool. So all y'all stay real close. So did y'all move out here together? Like, how did that work out?
We moved out. Well, my parents my dad, he purchased a house here. I didn't want to move here originally, but then I was like, I'm trying to get into the entertainment industry. Why not give it a chance? And then I took a chance with it, and I don't regret it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are an entertainment reporter.
Yes.
I like that brand. How did you even start the idea?
Well, I've always wanted to be an entertainment reporter, but then since I stuttered, I always doubted myself. So instead of taking that route, I just stuck to photography. So when I first started, I was doing photography for different blog sites.
And how old were you?
This was when I moved here, so this was probably 2006. So at that time, I was probably 27, 28. Yeah.
27, 28.
Yeah.
I never know. I did not know you were that much older than me.
Oh, really?
I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I swore we was all about the same age when we met.
Oh, it's that foreign skin.
Yeah, man. I thought we were all the same. They were like, man, Joel, like 30. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Okay, so you started getting in the entertainment business when you moved to Atlanta.
Yeah, when I moved to Atlanta. It's always been a passion, but up north is more of a, you scratch my back and I'll think about scratching yours. But down here in the South is that Southern hospitality where we scratch each other's back and then we grow together.
Okay.
I mean, you have certain individuals where they're iffy, but for the most part, we all look out for each other, especially in the media industry.
Right. So what sparked that idea though that like, you know, I want to do this? Like how young were you when you thought about being a reporter?
When I moved to the States, I've always had a passion for music. So if you go back to my bedroom at my parents' crib, as soon as you walk in, it looks like a record store.
Really?
So I have cassettes, vinyls, CDs, over 1,000 of each. So I've always loved music growing up. And then in school back then, we didn't have blog sites, we only had the radio. So every Tuesday I would run to the record store and buy and then get the records that came on. People would come up to me in school. They was like, so is this album worth getting? Is that worth getting? Or they would come to me and ask me, what's the latest news in the music industry? Because I've always had a passion for music, music and journalists. So those two intertwined.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I gotta look at that collection. So you got a little bit of everything.
Everything.
In there,
Yeah.
rock, rap.
Soul, see, because the thing
R&B.
is, I was not introduced to R&B and soul until I moved to the States.
Right.
Because I grew up with Selena, Sierra Cruz, Tito Puente, John Cicada.
Yeah.
That's who I grew up listening to. Yeah. And that in Haitian music. So when I moved to the States, that's when I was introduced to hip hop, R&B, soul. Yeah.
Okay. So let me backtrack just a little bit. How would you describe yourself growing up?
Myself growing up. How would I describe myself growing up? Very quiet. I tend to think that I'm very quiet and timid, but people beg to differ. I'm one of those individuals that I keep to myself,
right.
and I look out for others before I look out for myself.
And you've always been like that.
and I've always been like that.
Not really mischievous.
I wouldn't say, not really, because growing up I've always looked out for others instead of myself, and I don't depend on nobody. And my mom would tell you growing up as a kid, whenever I was sick, my mom was like, okay, I'm going to make you some tea, and I was like, nah, I got it. So I took care of myself. My twin on the other hand, he'll act like he's dying. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So because it's interesting to me because most people want to be in front of the camera. They live.
See, I wanted to, but then I stutter, so I didn't want to showcase that part.
Yeah.
But then the older I got, I was like, well, just turn a negative into a positive, and I did just that. Your basically what I was saying, your flaws at times can be your attribute.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. He just dropped the bar on us.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna put down the shirts, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So fast forward a little bit, you moved out here in 2006?
2006, yep.
2006. And you started doing photography for blogs.
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
So at this particular time, I was working at the 12 Hotel, and so Tiny and her business partner at the time, Keisha, came in. Yeah, so they came in to the restaurant and they were talking about planning this party for the OMG girl. So the OMG girl was Zanique, Wayne's daughter, Reginae, and she'll get mad because I'm going to mispronounce her. It's either Deja or Deja. I forgot how to pronounce her name, but they were the OMG girls, so they were planning a Halloween party for them. And so since my brother did graphic design, I forgot how the conversation happened. So they actually, if I knew of a graphic designer, I said, sure, yeah, my brother. And so we all linked up. So then my brother did their flyer for the Halloween party. So the Halloween party took place at Cascade. So he did the flyer, and they asked me, do I know anyone in the media? I was like, I've always wanted to get into it, and she was like, well, if you want, you can cover the carpet. And so I covered the carpet, and then once I covered the carpet, my friend from Jersey who worked for this blog site what was it called? AllEyesOnWho.com. I sent them the content, and then they loved it. And I was like, okay, you know what? I can start freelancing. And then so I started to freelance. But then I really didn't get my exposure until Saptosa from 135th Street Agency reached out to me to cover an event for Delta with like Estelle and all of them. So that's when I really got mainstream through Saptosa.
So what did you do at the hotel that they like would just come to you with this problem?
I was a server at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was a server. So yeah.
So you were just doing your job.
Yeah, so I was just doing my job, and then as a server, you have to engage with your customers.
Right.
So I engaged, and then it worked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
So between the party and the Delta thing event, how long was that? Is that like right after each other, or is it like
no? It took time. Yeah, because I've toasted. I'm not sure what picture she saw, but I got a message on Twitter at the time saying, well, we have this event going on. Can you come and cover it? So I went to cover it, and then the short lady came behind me and introduced herself. So that was Saptosa. Yeah. So ever since then, we exchanged information. So whenever 135th Street Agency does an event, they'll reach out to me. So because of them, I got to meet Oprah. I got to meet. All the mainstream was because of her.
Give me some more.
Yeah.
Drop them names.
I don't like to drop names.
Drop names, man. Come on, man. We're here for you.
Oh, Jennifer Hudson.
Okay.
For B103.
Okay.
Soul Session, Brandy and Monica.
Okay.
Usher. Who else?
Stun on them. Let these folks know who you are, man.
Yeah, a whole lot.
Come on, now these folks know you out here, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Dang, that's amazing. So, how long would you say that gap was between the two?
Between
the tiny
tiny
thing and then Delta. How long would you say that gap was that you were doing photography?
The photography, I would say probably a year or two.
A year or two? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, being in photography, like, was that something that you just picked up a camera one day?
I just picked up the camera and then make sure that it was focused and I had my flash, and then that's it.
That's it.
Because this was right around the time blog was starting to pop.
Yeah, kind of blow up. Yeah.
And so I was the type that I would rather freelance instead of, because I'm impatient, so I don't have time to sit in front of a computer and upload content 24/7. Because if you have a blog site, you have to update it every hour just to keep the traffic going, and so your viewers won't go to the next blog site.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. See, I knew it was gonna uncover a lot, man.
Yeah.
You got a hell of a story.
Yeah.
How does it feel being on? Just side note, real quick. How does it feel being on the other side of the interview?
And nervous. I'm sorry, I don't like to be put on the spot. Yeah. So nervous.
Okay. I appreciate you.
Oh, no, you good.
Doing this, man. Cause I figure it'll be different being on the other side of this, because you do this all the time.
Yeah. Well, my technique for doing it is, because I stutter.
Right. So
I don't write down questions, because once I get on the carpet or once I interview, if I tend to focus on the questions that I wrote down, I freeze and I start to stutter. So what I'll do is I read your bio, and then I find out what up and coming projects you have. So my technique is I converse with them. I don't interview them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, and that's worked out for you.
Yeah.
How'd you like find that groove? How long did it take you to find your groove and figure that out? Like, if I don't write it down, that'd just be better for me.
How did I find that groove? Well, the first time I got in front of the camera, I rehearsed the questions, and once the camera started rolling, I started to stutter because I was like, I can't mess up on this question. I can't mess up on this question, and I ended up messing up. So I was like, okay, you need to find a technique that's going to work for you, and that worked for me because if I'm conversing with you, most likely I won't stutter. But if I have to remember a question in order for me not to mess up on camera, I tend to get nervous, and when I get nervous, I stutter. Yeah.
So, being in front of all these celebrities, who would you say was like, for you, like the most like, wow, like I'm around this person, and this person like knows me, kind of, kind of feeling. Cause you know so many people.
Starstruck.
So now you're probably like, whatever.
I would probably have to say the first person was probably Aaliyah's brother, and he's not a celebrity. And then after that, Timbaland and Missy, because they were all in her camp. So I wasn't starstruck simply because of who they were, but they were affiliated with my favorite artists who I never got to meet. So I got to meet the individuals who revamped and created her style.
Right.
Yeah.
People who knew her.
Yeah, exactly.
So Aaliyah is your favorite artist.
Oh yeah.
Like, all time.
All time.
Cause anybody who follows you on social media, you post about her a lot.
Oh yeah.
But so she is like your bar none. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was that like? When was this? What year was this?
What?
When you met Tim and Missy and her brother.
I met Missy for the first time last year at the BMI Awards, and then I met Timbaland at the BMI Awards 4 years ago, because Missy was there because Janet Jackson was being honored.
Stun on him.
And then Timbaland, I met him when L.A. Reid was being honored.
Stun on him. Okay.
And then Rashad, who is Aaliyah's brother, I met him at Ferncliff Cemetery. We didn't exchange words because he was there to visit his sister, so I wasn't going to send it. So he paid his respects, and then I paid mine, and then we walked away. But yeah, because that wasn't the time to talk. Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, so like, so after that event, when did you next link up with them? Was it all at the same time again at an event, or was it like one-on-one type of thing?
It was more of a one-on-one event for on both events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And okay, so who would you say out of all the celebrities you met that do you have a relationship with any of them?
I tend not to have relationship. I tend not to have relationship with the artists. I tend to have relationships with their camp. So I'm the type that if I see T.I., I'll interview him and then I'll dab him up, and it's nothing but love. But I tend to make friends with his manager, his PR, because those are the gatekeepers.
Right.
So if I need content, that's who I go to. Because at the end of the day, I'm not the only one that's trying to befriend him.
Right.
Yeah. So I keep it on a professional level, and the friendship starts with the back end.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's something that people should hear too, because everybody wants to be with the people that they see.
Right.
But the people behind the scenes
is what makes everything.
Yeah, they put everything together.
Exactly.
So networking for you is like nothing because you already know.
Because they're the people behind the scene are the only ones that's gonna help build my brand. Right. Because at the end of the day, T.I., you and I, we could be the closest friends, but in order for me to get a sit down interview with you, I need to go through your manager or your PR, because they're the ones that make your schedule, so I need to go through them. So at the end of the day, if we have a friendship, it can't be business related, even though it has to be, but I don't want to make it seem as if we're only friends because I'm using you. Right. So I just keep it professional.
I understand that. Yeah. Okay, so you know a lot of people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So who would you say behind the scenes that you're like really close to that people know?
Saptosa, because she does PR for like OWN Network, for Oprah. So she's the one that like every interview, I always bring up her name, is because she's the reason as to why I elevated in this industry. Right. So all my top interviews came from her. Yeah. Okay.
How what's your schedule like these days?
Oh, I don't have. I just go with the flow.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah. Because people be like, "Do you ever rest?" I was like, I take naps. I don't sleep. Oh. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I like it if it works for you.
Exactly.
Dang. So you always on the go like that?
Yeah, because the thing is, award shows, you know in advance, but But like album release parties and all these events, you find out the day of or a few days beforehand. So at times you don't have time to plan. So with planning, you have to sit down and then you have to figure out, okay, who's going to be there. Then you have to do your research and then do your homework, and then you have to go out and buy clothes, because if you're in front of the camera, people tend to judge you, like, 'cause you can't wear the same shit twice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a whole routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing next then? What's like right after you leave here? What are you doing?
What's going on this week? I would have to check my itinerary because it's so crazy.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, and I just got back from LA because I'm trying to expand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Speaking of expansion, we're gonna be all over the place because
no, it's cool.
It's a lot of questions I gotta ask.
No, it's cool.
Speaking of expanding, like you said, you're your own brand. How would you, in your own words, describe what an entertainment reporter is? What is it to you? What does it mean to you?
An entertainment reporter to me is someone that delivers content. Yeah. And
Plain and simple.
yeah.
Okay. And what is expand? What are you trying to expand? What does that look like? Are you gonna add more people to your?
Well, I'm trying to go to a major network, so I'm trying to do correspondent work for a major network like EBT. I don't want to have my own talk show because again I stutter, so I don't want to be seen on camera stuttering.
Okay.
So I'm still working on my stuttering, and that's why I look up to Earl Jones because he used to stutter and he took classes. I tried the classes, but I get nervous in front of a group that I was like, I can't do this, because I remember growing up. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. So even though anything about Jehovah's Witness, you go on stage and read the Bible in front of the whole congregation. So on my first speech, I went and then I read and then I started stuttering. And then on this particular day, my siblings and cousins, they all sat at the front row on purpose to make me even more nervous. Yeah. So when I get nervous, I don't make eye contact. So what I did was I turned my body sideways and then I focused on the Bible. Yeah.
And it got you through it.
Yeah.
Okay. So expanding though. So you want to be so you say you want to do correspondence.
Yes.
And that's like your end game. That's like what. That's pretty much what you want to be.
Up the next Ryan Seacrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
He gave us something to look at.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. That's the target. Okay.
Yeah. So I also plan on starting my own production company because I have ideas as far as reality shows are concerned, TV shows are concerned. Yeah, but all that is in the works because I don't want to say too much because all the paperwork are not done. So especially in this industry, if you open your mouth, people will run with your idea and patent it in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Okay. We're not gonna get into that. We're just gonna wait and see. You know everybody, so you know it's gonna happen. I don't know if you know, but in the group we used to joke you was Illuminati.
Huh?
We called you Illuminati in the group.
Oh really? Why?
Cause we already know, like I said, the first night I met you, and it was the We Got Next meeting.
Right.
And we met over there at Atlantic Station, and when they told me that you hooked me, I was like, damn, this guy this guy's the plug. And I was just joking, that was the thing. And like the more that we talk, it's like, oh no, this guy really knows everybody. And the more people I talk to, it's like, no, this guy really does know everybody. So, and you really are. Like, I see you live up to the hype.
Oh.
This is dope. This is cool. I remember we linked up. Well, we didn't link up, but we were at this Tyler Perry event a couple of years ago. And one thing I really like about you, I can tell you've been doing this for a long time. It was me and my wife Jasmine was there. And you had seen us and we were talking. And I like how, I don't even know if you realized you did it because it was so smooth. Yeah. But you put us and connected us with somebody, I can't remember the lady's name, that you knew could help us. And you just kind of introduced us and walked away and let us handle it ourselves. Oh, that was real smooth.
Oh, because this is how I operate, right?
Right, go ahead.
So, I'm the type that if I see someone that's trying to break into the entertainment industry, I'm there to look out. So my job is I test people to see, are you really in for it, or are you there just to become famous?
Right.
So I'll invite you to an event, and then I introduce you to people, and then I walk away because I'm my job is done. I introduce you to who you need to be introduced to. So it's your job to network and build that relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you have some people who's like, well, I don't want to meet Satoshi. Where's Oprah? Where's Oprah? You're going about it the wrong way.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's happened to you before?
Yeah, it has.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I like that. I was like, damn, this guy is cold.
Yeah.
He's smooth as hell. I was like, I like that. And I've been wanting to tell you about that. I see how smooth that was, and I got that from you then. Like, that's how he operates. He does that all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, how like, would you say you looking out for people, how often has that really, like, have you, like, weeded people out like that? How often do you weed people out like that?
I know how to read them now.
Yeah.
So before then, I did it, and it would look bad on my end, because then you have the PR saying, well, you invited this person, and they were just there just to get drunk and then follow the act around, which is unprofessional.
Right.
So I know how to weed people out, because we have to hang out first, and then basically you have to tell me what your end goal is, and then I'll look out for you. But if you hit me up saying, oh, I'm an artist, can you look out? Okay, do you have an EP out? What are you doing? Because anyone can be an artist, but what are you doing to grow as an artist?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so please do come correct.
Yeah.
If you step to my boy, please come correct. He will weed you out. So has it ever, like, really, like, just ended, like, badly, like, really blown up in your face? Like, I shouldn't have, like, dealt with them at all.
When I first started my when I was with my old company, TSL Exclusive, yeah, that didn't end too well, because how can I say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
How can I say this? Think about it. Basically, people were in my ear saying that we see that you're in it for the passion, but the other party isn't. So you need to make an executive decision as of right now. And several, not just my colleagues, but people behind the scenes. Yeah. And then looking back, as I was looking at the videos, and I hate looking at those videos because I was drunk in all those videos. So no, to be honest, because I guess at that particular point, I was just there to attend parties, drink, and if the stars walk by, I interview them, and I looked stupid on camera. Okay. That's why I don't like to showcase those interviews. I'm like, I look drunk, I look stupid on camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I ventured off on my own, that's when I was like, okay, you are here to play. I mean, you are here to work, and then you play later.
I mean, you live and you learn.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. So, and that's like when you first started doing interviews?
Yeah.
When did you realize, like, I look like a fucking jackass, like, on camera?
When we did the Rashida interview. And then my cousin is in the bedroom, and she was there. I looked stupid. Yeah, after I watched that interview, because I look stupid.
Cuz say he did. If y'all didn't get that on the mic, Cuz say he did.
So that was my fifth. I forgot which interview that was, but it was actually a sit down interview.
Right.
So then we had like the wine spread, the cheese spread, and so we pre-game, and as we're interviewing, we are drinking. So it was horrible.
Okay, and after that, like, you was like,
I was like, no. Chill. And then Satosa, she had an event with 130. I mean, with the cast of Love and Hip Hop. So then this was when I left TSL, and then I started JoelBazile.com. So then I did my 101 with her, and then she was like, I like this one better.
Okay.
Yeah. So I redeemed myself.
Okay, that's good.
Because that interview was, when I tell you horrible, it was horrible.
So what drove you to, like, go out on your own? Was it the way that your relationship ended with your old company?
That and...
Or had you already had that in your mind?
I guess what people saw in me, because as they were watching all of our interviews, the questions that were being asked, people were saying, okay, you did your research. That other individual just asked the same question, what are you wearing, what's this? A generic things, but it was like, you did your research, you can be a one-man team. And I was like, okay, I'll take a lead. And so I parted ways, and ever since I parted ways, for some reason, I didn't blackmail nobody, so I don't want anyone to think that, but all my connects, they all left with me.
Okay.
Yeah, so once I parted ways, all of my connects, they all left with me.
Okay.
So I'm still doing my interviews. The other part I can't say much. So outside looking in is like, did you blackball? I didn't blackball or blacklist nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point in life, like, do you ever like just feel like, do you feel like you made it yet, or like what do you feel? What do you feel about? Because some people will like, a lot of people will look at what you have now, and the fact that you're always busy and can like do what you want when you want. You have that freedom of a lifestyle, and think like, oh man, he's made it. See, so somebody for you who actually lives that life, how do you feel about it?
So the issue is, outside looking in, everyone thinks that certain individuals are successful and are made. Yeah. So my end goal is to move to LA and reach the white market.
Right.
Yeah.
Crossover.
Yeah.
With that. Okay. And your production company, do you want to produce movies or like music or like what kind of?
So I want to start off with TV shows and then merge to movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so no music.
But movies primarily, biopics. Anything that's related to music.
Oh, okay, so there's the music tie-in.
Because music is my passion, so anything that's related to music.
Okay.
I'll do it, like a biopic, a documentary on an artist, anything related to music.
Okay, kind of like an unsung type of thing.
Yeah.
Old and new artists.
Because I grew up with behind the music.
Right. Yeah.
So I missed those shows because that 1 hour it gave you a full breakdown of that artist, like, and it show you the good and bad, because everything is not glitz and glam.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the bad at times is what makes people stronger. Yeah. So you have to go through obstacles in life in order to succeed.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that too. The bad in life makes you stronger. What experience that you went through in all your years, I feel like made you who you are? Like, what bad experience like made you stronger? Or experiences, because I mean it's like,
being taken advantage of in this industry, and people using you, and you're thinking that you're building a friendship with us, because I thought that I've made so many friends, but at the end of the day, come to find out they were just an opportunist.
Right.
So stuff like that puts my guard up. So that's why I have trust issues. That's why when people try to come into my life, I built up a wall.
Right.
Because I've been used so much. And it's not fair to the next person, but it's what I've experienced.
Right,
So I need to work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already there with you working on yourself. Like, just by recognizing that that's not the next person's fault. You know? So that's already a step, because most people won't even acknowledge that. For a lot of people,
and then it's not
you full
fair,
of shit until you tell me, until you prove to me that you're not.
Because there's been a whole lot of individuals that they have the potential, but my guard is up, that I question them. Like, you're too good to be true. What are you up to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that. So, like, growing up and like being like from another country, how did that like develop you as a man?
How can I say this without offending anyone? No, I don't want to offend no one. That's the thing. Because
get it off the chest.
Okay, so
don't worry about them.
So, being raised as an immigrant with my parents, I've seen the obstacles that my parents went through. So when my parents moved here, my mom was working at Wendy's flipping burgers just to make sure I had the newest sneakers, just to make sure all this. So in high school, I got best dressed, prom king, but she worked her ass off for it. She was flipping burgers and doing all this. So when when I hear people say, "Oh, these foreigners are coming here and taking our jobs," it pisses me off, simply because no, you're too good. What I've experienced with some Americans is they take life for granted, and the jobs that they don't want to do, when the foreigners do it, then they get criticized, like, these foreigners are coming and taking our job. No, you're just too good to get on that grill and flip burgers.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true, because it's a lot of jobs that people wouldn't take.
Exactly, but then get mad when they can't find a job.
Yeah.
And they blame, oh, these Mexicans. No, that's very offensive.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that. I understand that. I feel that. So that more than anything shaped you.
Yeah.
To how you see the world now.
Never take life for granted because tomorrow is never unpromised. Yeah.
Another bar.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So let's see. That was real good. Gotta let that marinate for a second. Let that marinate. Okay. So what's next, like for you? Like, I know you say you don't know for a particular event, but like steps for you.
Well, if you haven't noticed, I'll attend events, but I won't cover the events. I mean, I'll cover it to a certain extent, but I won't bring out my videographer with me unless it's an award show or if it's a movie release. But if it's a regular event, I won't bring my videographer with me because I love Atlanta. But what's happening now, everything is accessible in Atlanta. So if there's an event going on Monday, I cover it, and there's another event on Tuesday. I prefer not to bring my videographer who's on my payroll on Tuesday simply because same faces from Monday are going to be there on Tuesday. And if I don't want to interview you on Tuesday, I don't want you to take offense to it. But if I interview, I can't use it because I don't want my viewers to say he interviews the same people everywhere he goes.
Right.
Yeah. So I tend to stray away from doing. I'm picky as far as what events I do.
Right.
So award shows I do because I'm trying to expand to LA. So when it comes to LA, that resume, you can't put, well, I cover a BMW event. No, they need to see that, okay, you cover the MTV Awards, you cover this award show.
Right.
You need to cover events on a bigger platform with bigger names.
Right.
Because in Atlanta, the thing is what we're associated with reality stars. Yeah. So in their book, if they see that you interview all these reality stars, to them, that's mediocre.
Okay.
In LA, it is. Yeah.
Okay. So is that like the hardest part that you have to deal with being an entertainment reporter, like the diversity and like trying not to be the same? Is that like the hardest part of it?
Yeah, because I'm friends with a few of them, so I feel guilty that when they walk the carpet, that I don't interview them because I was like, okay, I interviewed you yesterday, so I can interview you today, but I can't use it because it's going to take away from my brand. Because outside looking in, it's like, okay, you're not diverse because you're interviewing the same people everywhere you go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So what would you say, like, you using your platform and your brand, what's the message that you want to get across? Like, what do you want people to look at you and like get from you?
What would I would have to say that what message? I would say use your obstacles as your drive, because in life nothing is guaranteed, and whatever you go through, it makes you stronger. Just turn that negative into a positive. Yeah. And then with that being said, because I plan on starting a non-profit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so and
that's exclusive.
Yeah, so my nonprofit is going to mainly target kids that have been sexually molested or anything in that nature, because I've been through it, so I know the feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's
yeah. This happened back home in Venezuela with our babysitter. Yeah.
Man, you left Venezuela at 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you remember that like vividly?
Bits and pieces of it.
Bits and pieces of it?
Yeah.
How did that like affected you? Has it really affected you? Cause like guys, like a lot of guys go through that when we young.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like it doesn't really affect us because it's like, yeah, I kind of liked it. So it's not something that a lot of dudes dwell on. Unless it's like a man or something.
Yeah.
But when it's like a woman, it's like, and it was it. I just didn't really know what I was doing.
you don't dwell on it, but then when you have a baby brother and then cousins who are infants and they're being babysat, then that's when it surfaces like, wait, did my cousin just leave the child with that stranger? And then that's when you become like, I don't trust that situation. That's when you start to question people.
Right.
Yeah.
So the nonprofit, what's the name of it? Do you have a name for it?
Yes, the Exalted one.
The Exalted one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what do you want to do for like the kids who've been like sexually assaulted? Like what's the thing?
I want to have counselors there to help to counsel them through life, and because at the end of the day, the kids are not going to run to their parents because my parents don't know. Yeah. So kids are not going to run to their parents. Like, say for example, I caught a DUI one day, and so I had to do a community service. So I did my community service at the Boys and Girls Club, and then what I found out about children are more comfortable with strangers when it comes to their personal business. So being at the Boys and Girls Club, the things that those kids told me, I was like, oh, I've been through that.
Yeah.
So that right there, I was like, I want to start a nonprofit where they can go to counselors and the counselor can guide them through life. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to go to their parents. I didn't tell my parents because my parents are from Haiti, and my parents are the type that if you touch their children, it's over with for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I never went to them. I didn't go to nobody. Yeah, so the only individuals who I've told were two of my cousins. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. I feel honored.
Yeah, it is so. Yeah.
Okay. So not even like after you moved, you never thought of.
I don't like to talk about it because I've told one person and it got thrown back in my face. So that's another reason as to why I don't trust people.
Like how do you throw something like that in somebody's face?
What did you do? Yeah, so stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a man, you can really identify.
Yeah, because
okay.
My whole thing with society nowadays is they question the victims nowadays instead of questioning the person at hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always say, okay, what did you do to unprovoke them? I was damn near 4.
Yeah.
I was a child.
Nothing you can
do
at 4.
Right. Yeah.
There's literally nothing that you can do. That's literally all. And how old was the baby son?
Probably 16, 15.
16, 15
Yeah.
years old. It wasn't nothing you can do.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
Okay, I can see how that would turn you off. So things like the Me Too movement, like
Right.
you ripped that.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Hey, I help with that too.
Oh, you know?
I'll help with the nonprofit, like, cause
cool.
I got a daughter.
Yeah.
So like, I hate like pedophiles, like stuff like that. Really bothers me.
What pisses me off about society is if it happens to a little black girl, they don't give a fuck. Excuse my language.
Say what you want to say, man.
They don't give a fuck.
Right.
But if it's a white little girl, all hell will break loose. Like what's going on in society right now? Okay, R. Kelly did what he did. You put that on a national platform, but at the end of the day, Elvis did the same thing, and he married a 14-year-old. He was 24, and his excuse was she was mature for her age. So if you're gonna crucify one, crucify the other. Right. Don't pick and choose based on color.
Right. And I think that's everybody's problem with R. Kelly and the Michael Jackson stories, and all these other black men being
what people don't
know,
know, like Charlie Sheen, he's HIV positive.
Yeah, he's spreading that
and
around.
He was going around sleeping with women. That's a felony.
Yeah. He should be under the jail.
Say for example, who is HIV? The basketball player. Magic. If Magic did what Charlie Sheen did, Magic would be in jail right now. Woody Allen adopted an Asian girl, raised her, and ended up marrying her.
Yeah, that was weird.
That
was really weird. I was really disturbed when I found out.
Did you ever watch the show Seventh Heaven?
No, but I know who you're talking about.
Yes. So the dad was you do know that he confessed to touching little girls and stuff, and his excuse was I had a problem, and they left it alone. Yeah.
Steven Tyler too.
You
heard Steven Tyler, you heard what happened to him? He bought like a 16-year-old. Her parents like literally let him
Wow.
buy her, and he got her pregnant
and so the
made her get rid of the baby. It was
controversy that's going on right now. How many times have you turned on the TV and then a mom is locked up for giving the school a wrong address just for her child to get a better education?
Right.
They got locked up, right? So now you have these celebrities that were just indicted because they were paying these colleges to accept their children.
I heard about that.
Yeah, but I bet you those celebrities are going to get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah,
and they're all white, by the way.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I was even shocked that they got arrested in the first place.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything's gonna happen.
No, nothing's gonna happen. But meanwhile, you have these mothers who have the best interest for their children. All they did was lie on an area code just for their child to get a
better education.
Yeah, and then you lock them up.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't know any good parent that wouldn't sacrifice to give their kids better. Because back in the day, all my mother had to do was give me a look. My dad just give me a look and then I straightened up. And if I didn't, I went home, they beat my ass. Right.
But nowadays, you can even touch your own kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I can't discipline them, then who's going to discipline them? Should I let the law discipline them? Because if so, then they're going to end up like Trayvon Martin, and it's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair at all. Damn. Yeah, you're right. And it's like what,
Right. So
where do you begin?
We're all going right back to slavery.
Yeah, it's like where do you begin? Because there's so much wrong.
So much.
It's like where do you start?
If Barack did half the shit that Trump did, he would not be in office right now.
He'd have been gone.
Yeah.
2010.
Right.
He would have been gone.
Right. For example, Obama's daughter got caught drinking. They want to make that the national story. Meanwhile, Trump, you fondling people, you're calling Mexicans out of their name, and they want to sweep that under the rug. Yeah,
they talk about it, but then that's it. Nothing.
Right.
He goes on about it.
Yeah.
And it's like how much do you really hate people that don't look like you to let all this stuff slide? Like, there's no decency amongst y'all,
at all.
And it's like at what point what's the limit?
Right.
And it's not one because it's so much hate out there.
Yeah, change has got to come because you can be a white boy and you can go shoot up a whole school and plead the insanity and they send you to a mental institute.
Everybody Burger King too.
Yes, but then when you see a black boy and you suspect he's doing something, then you want to attack him and kill him. But the white boy, you escort him with handcuffs into the vehicle. The black one, you want to go and target him quick.
Yeah.
What was the white boy's name who shot up the school and they drove him to McDonald's?
Yeah, he shot at the church.
Yeah,
I think, and they took him to McDonald's.
Right,
Dylan or something.
Yes,
Dylan. It was Dylan, I think. Dylan something. Yeah. It's black. Yeah, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
you can't. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll be here all day talking about it. So, but your cause is children. Mm-hmm. Which is great. Like I said, I'm a parent, and I'll do whatever it takes to defend mine, my daughter, and because a lot of people look at the world and know it's a scary place, and try to keep their kid in a bubble. Right. But what they don't realize is one day your kid is going to have to leave that bubble.
And that's the thing is with kids nowadays, when you keep them on a leash, then they get curious. They want to go out and it tastes the water. But the thing is, you have to balance being a parent and giving them freedom, but not too much freedom. Right. But you don't want to burden them because then basically you're just pushing them to go out there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like, whatever I can do to help, I will. So you definitely got a partner in me. Perfect. Because that's a really important cause. Yeah. We do need to get these pedophiles up out of here. Exactly. Some way. And these kids need help because they got to live with that. Yeah. Women, children, whoever has to, they have to live with that for the rest of their life. Exactly. And they need a place to go. Right. And not feel like it was their fault. Exactly. And that's the number one issue as to why they don't speak, because they feel as if they did something wrong. And they don't want to get in trouble. Right. Yeah, because your
Because the individual that's doing it to you will say, well, if you open your mouth, you're going to get in trouble.
Right.
And you being as a kid and they're an adult to you, well, they know better. So so what they're saying is true.
It's true. Yeah. They can do what they want.
Right.
Yeah. At any level. Okay.
Yeah.
On a less heavy note, I do appreciate that turn that we took though. Like I said, I do appreciate you sharing that with us and you trusting me with that.
Yeah.
But on a lighter note, you don't have to say any names. You know, you go to all these events and there's alcohol involved. You're drinking, other people are drinking. What's like the craziest thing you've seen amongst celebrities? Like I said, you don't have to say any names. Just like describe the event that you were at. You was like, what the fuck is
We were
going on?
at a mansion party and they were all doing lines.
Where, like, where in Atlanta, LA?
No, in Atlanta.
Okay.
And they were doing lines. Yeah.
How many of them? Like, it was like a group of them? Just...
A group of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, oh. Okay.
Was that the first time you had ever been around, like, cocaine?
Yeah.
That was the first time you
Because I grew up around weed and stuff, not coke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, okay. Like...
And it was human nature to them.
So what was that like for you? What did you just...
For me,
you just kept going?
Yeah.
Kept walking?
Oh yeah, I kept going. I was like, okay. Because so I have a friend that who's now addicted to it, and they told me that once you get a taste of it, it's like you can't stop, and people turn to that when they're going through stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So that's one reason why I get pissed off when people criticize Whitney Houston, because at the end of the day, you don't know what this woman was going through. So the only thing that you want to focus on is her being a crackhead. No, stop it. What drove her to do the drugs? Because I don't consider her a crackhead.
Okay.
Yeah, so
right.
Focus on what drove her to take those drugs and what she was going through. But you don't want to focus on that because she's a black artist. So you want to... Society nowadays, their whole job is to paint a bad picture when it comes to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel that. Because I'm glad you said that too. Because another thing, it's like, you know, once I became a parent, my perspective on so many things changed. Because they still do like Red Ribbon Week in elementary schools and things like that. And I feel like Red Ribbon Week is a waste of time. Only because kids don't even know, really, most of them don't, some do, but about drugs when they're that young. Right. They don't even know what they're saying no to.
Exactly.
Red Ribbon Week would be more effective, I think, if we talked about why people turn to drugs. Yeah. And why. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like what they went through, what they're feeling. Like it's a lot of factors. Peer pressure. Right. Like it's a lot more factors than just saying, hey,
say no to
don't do
drugs.
We're gonna red all
because
have a pep rally.
Oh, when you tell a child say no, they're gonna get curious. Right. They're gonna be like, why? No, why? And then they're gonna go out and try it. Yeah. Because they have a curious state of mind.
Yeah. And it's like you didn't properly explain this at all.
Like you can have a hot pie on the stove, and you tell them, don't touch it. You leave the room, they're curious, so you hear them screaming because they burnt themselves. So you need to tell them why. Why?
Yeah, you gotta explain to get they're inquisitive. So, you know, and like when I was a kid, I didn't understand. Right. You know, what do you mean? You know, all right, I won't do drugs, it's bad. Exactly. But eventually, it's bad. It's good enough after a while when life starts to happen. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I need to cope. Or they feel like they need to use this to cope. Exactly. So, I don't think Red Ribbon.
And then this industry, the entertainment industry will drive you to it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because it's all about image. So all that pressure, it eventually takes a toll on you. So that's why most of them turn to drugs. Yeah. Okay.
We almost done, man. I'm gonna let you get back to your schedule in a minute. Just a few more questions. Like I said, part of the reason I'm doing this show is because you know everybody has a story. Right. We're all going somewhere, but I'm trying to catch y'all before y'all get where y'all going. Everybody always sees what they see on camera, the lights and the glitz and the glamour. What would you say has been, as an entertainment reporter, as an immigrant, as like, you know, everything you've been through in your life, what would you say was like the hardest period on your journey so far? Like, what was like, was there ever a time when you were like, I don't know if I'm making it, or like, what was like your like grind, like you had to grind it out to see what was next?
Life overall, or just?
Well, particularly like since you started your journey, so since like 06.
The hardest was. So many. I'm trying to think of one. Let me see. So the hardest. Rephrase your question again.
Since you've been on your journey, what do you feel like was your lowest point, pretty much?
My lowest point was when I had to separate business from family, and then that caused the tear amongst us.
Really?
Yeah.
And where is it? Where are you with that now?
Oh, so we grew up together, but we're not on speaking terms. Yeah. Cause before I used to before TSL exclusive, so an individual who I grew up with, who I consider family, they had their own production company. So they lived up north, and then they wanted me to assist them with it. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll do it. But then they started to get a big head, and then I come to find out they were saying some stuff behind my back to other individuals, not knowing that I'm the reason that you two are connected. So why are you walking around saying all this stuff? Yeah. So then once that ended, so did the friendship. So that's why I always tell people, don't mix friendship and business or family with business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what year was that? Like, when did all this go down?
2007, 2008.
Oh, it's like right in the beginning of this.
Yeah.
In the very beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Outside of like, do you have, outside of being you, being an entertainment reporter, what do you do? Like, what do you do, like, winding down outside of the red carpet events and all the research and just lifestyle? Hang
out with family and friends, go out to dinner, go out to movies. So I have a social life, so and it's impeccable. So I still go out with friends and have fun. So I'm not always at work 24/7. So I make time for friends and family. I know how to balance the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long it take you to find that balance?
It depends on the week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what's Joel like with family and friends when he's out? Like, who is Joel out? Is he that guy he used to be on the red carpet?
Oh no, I'm the life of the party. I'm there. Okay. We're drinking. We're having a good time, and then we're catching up on life. And but when I'm with my parents, I tend not to drink because my mom is the type that she hates alcohol. So if she sits there and she'll monitor your drinks, I guess she does it because when my dad's best friend got married, I was 18, and I got drunk at the wedding, and then made a fool of the family. Yeah. So when I'm with mom and dad, I don't drink. But when I'm with my cousin and then my siblings, we all turn up and then we have a good time. But I only drink around individuals who I trust. Yeah. Because you're not going to make me look stupid. Right. Yeah.
Meet people right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just give me a party story. Just one of your favorites. Like we had. If I could go back and redo that again, I would. Yeah.
And I drank from my last sip. It was a good time, but the outcome wasn't. So we went out to a party, and then we're having a good time. And then I'm the type that when I get drunk, you can't tell me what to do. And then my favorite word, and they'll tell you, is like, I'm fine, just leave me alone. So I drove home. So are you familiar with West P Street?
No, I'm from like South Side.
Yeah. So West P Street is a one-way street. and I was driving the opposite way.
Yeah.
And so then I got pulled over, and then on that night they slapped me with 7 tickets, and then then they arrested me. Yeah, so that was a point where I was like, you need to change your ways. Yeah, and then they gave me 2 DUIs, failure to maintain lane, driving down a one-way, refusing arrest, and I forgot the other 2. Yeah, all in one night.
How did you get 2 DUIs?
Exactly, because that's what my attorney said. Because he said that I blew over the limit. That's what the cop said, and so he slapped me with 2 DUIs. Yeah.
That sounds crooked to me.
Yeah.
So what was that? What was that tab looking like?
Horrible.
Yeah.
I don't even like to relive it because if you, for anyone that's ever catching a DUI, you have to go through this class, this driver's prevention class. So on that class, they'll give you a sheet and they'll say how many drinks, how much did your tickets cost. So when you tally everything up, those 2 drinks cost you this much, and that part right there hit home like, wow. Yeah, so it'll say, so you had 2 drinks, okay, 2 drinks for $10, that's $20. So then you got arrested. So how much was your bond? How much was your attorney? How much was your fine and all that stuff? So that $20 right there just cost you that much.
Damn, that's cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. How long it take you to like put that behind you?
Well, I'm still going through it because they revoked my license. So yeah.
When did this happen? This must have happened like not so long ago.
Well, no, this happened like in 2011, but then I still kept driving once they suspended my license. So I lived in Douglasville at the time, and if you know anything about Douglasville, they love to have roadblocks.
Yeah.
So I knew how to work the system. If I saw a roadblock, I would turn into a complex and stay there, then drive the opposite way.
Yeah.
But you know what people say, you can only do something so many times before you get caught.
Yeah.
So I did just that, and I guess the cops picked up on me turning in and turning the opposite way.
Yeah.
So then he pulled me over. I was like, officer, I don't have a license, so you might as well just arrest me right now. Yeah. So that's when they revoked it.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Are you still going through dealing with that now?
Yeah.
You almost done, or like we still got like?
Well, I can try to get back my license, and I think in 2 more years, but then I have to appeal it.
Whew.
Yeah.
I'm praying for you, brother.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I don't miss driving, so
Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've been able to maintain without it.
Yeah. So.
But I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
Oh.
I couldn't. Me personally, I couldn't do it. I don't like driving like that.
Yeah.
But I like being on my own time.
Yeah.
I love being on my own time. So like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I feel weird. Like even now, if I don't drive, if I'm in, like if it's like more than 2 of us and I'm in the back seat, it feels weird. Back seat
really?
feels weird to me now. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I could go back. But hey, I'm glad it worked for you though. We go pray for you. We go hurry up, get that off your record because you know.
Yeah.
Whew, 2011. All decade. You've been doing that all decade.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So don't drink and drive.
Night. Don't drink and drive, kids.
No.
How old were you? 2011. How old was that? How old was that?
I can't even remember.
Whew.
That was a crazy
All
year.
decade.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. All right.
But I don't regret anything that I've done in life because at the end of the day, it's made me who I am. So it molded me to the person that's sitting there. So I have zero regrets in life. Yeah.
That's good to know. And on that note, can you tell them where to follow you on social media?
Yeah. So you can follow me at Joel Bazile and website joelbazile.com. So everything is Joel Bazile.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, website.
Yeah, everything. Is Joel Bazile.
Any last comments that you want, any shout outs maybe you want to give out? Anything else?
Check out this guy's work. Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We got a lot of content coming, so I appreciate that.
Oh, anytime.
Tag all your friends that
I got you.
I want them to look at my work specifically. But yeah, once again, signing off. This your host, Southside Ty. Follow me on Instagram at Southside Ty, SOUFSIDE Ty _. And this has been another episode of So You Got Clout, the podcast. Peace and blessings to you all. And we out.
Thank you. We out.
Peace.
That's alright. Know what I do. Yeah, I can't been working so hard, just supporting the couples out of these movies. news. Let me hit snooze. Time for me to get up, get bust. I ain't got time to be stuck. You been escaping, nobody so many tickets up. It's been an honor, the blessing. I don't believe in luck. I'm ready for my son, yeah. And I dare you to get in my way. Cause I'm ready for my son, yeah. You better get so you got clout. So you got clout. I'm on now. I'm on now. Say so you got clout. So you got clout. I'm on now. Say